Is that music supposed to sound like that? And why are these people burning? I don't understand modern music. This is the worst date ever. We are looking at Parasite Eve for the original PlayStation. It's an RPG made by Squaresoft in which you take control of a New York cop called Bria, who gets into all sorts of trouble when monsters suddenly starts appearing in Manhattan, created by a creature who calls herself Eve. The whole story in the game revolves around mitochondria cells, which in this game are a self-aware organism that has deemed itself a higher evolutionary form than humans and thus have decided to burn everyone or turn them into liquid goo, as well as mutate animals into all sorts of monsters. Fortunately for Aya, her mitochondria cells are special, which means she not only doesn't self-combust, but is also able to use parasite energy skills, which are sorta like magic. Very convenient for a main character. The game takes place over a 6-day span, where the police are forced to evacuate everyone from Manhattan as Aya and her colleagues try and find and stop Eve. And one of the things I really like about the game is the setting and how it takes place in a real-world environment and uses realistic weapons and equipment. In other JRPGs, they always seem to find an excuse to give the hero a sword, but seeing someone use a wide assortment of guns is actually quite a nice change. Now, looking at it in short clips here, it might seem to play just like Resident Evil to most people, but once you sit down and play it, you'll find that it actually have quite a bit more in common with Squaresoft's Final Fantasy series. In combat, you have to run around and dodge enemy attacks, while an active time bar slowly charges up, and once it's full, it's your turn to attack, use a parasite energy skill, or chug down a potion. You get new weapons and armor at a steady pace that you can upgrade and combine if you find a tool to do so, and as you level up you earn new PE skills. One of the most effective armors I found didn't offer much protection but had an auto ability that automatically uses a potion if you get low on health. There is however no place to buy health potions, and once you reach the middle of the game, the enemies start dropping status effect potions rather than healing potions. They also start dealing out a ton of damage, making it hard to keep up with heals and finding time to attack, making the game extremely difficult as you constantly have to predict enemy attacks and really be on your toes. Something that people might find it strange that I am excited about is the fact that the random encounters occur inside the game world rather than whisking your way to a separate battle screen, which together with its minimalistic user interface really helps create a rather cinematic RPG. While the game gets pretty difficult around the middle, there are frequent save points, which in Parasite Eve are telephones. It would be convenient to be able to save anywhere, but since the story takes place in 1997, right before everyone started getting mobile phones, you'll have to find the blinking hardlines. There are also many items and switches hidden in the environment, which is why you see me running against the wall here. But what you don't see me doing is mashing the X button, trying to figure out where to go next. Unlike modern games, you don't have a flashing object with giant arrows on them or a radar telling you where to go, and I spent a good hour running around this hospital because I didn't realize that you had to push this desk to the side, because I wasn't at the right angle when I tried to push it the first time and I thought it was part of the background, despite the giant red arrow next to it. This game was suggested to me by YouTube user Otoko, and after having played it for myself, I can recommend everyone checking it out, as it is an extremely well-made game, despite it not being as graphically impressive as it was back when it first came out. You can find it used on eBay at a pretty decent price, but it's also available on the US PlayStation Network at an extremely affordable price, which is where I got it. Parasite Eve, check it out.